I went to Prestonsburg at a bingo game, and they have a game called You Pick 'em, which is a card you buy. They're $1 a piece, and you pick 7 numbers. You get to pick your own numbers, so if you lose, it's your own fault. I picked numbers that I'd never played before, and they just started coming out, and I just could not believe it. I was real excited over it. And I need G53. It came up in the monitor, and I thought, there's no way it's going to be G53. Then it was, and I thought, well, I'll have to split the money. But I didn't, and I won the $1,800, and I was really excited about it. And I got home, didn't tell my husband. You want me to tell that part? Yeah. I got home, and I had the money in a safety place. I got home, and he said, well, honey, I guess you didn't win again tonight, did you? And I said, well, yeah, I won one game. He said, well, at least that paid for your bingo playing. And I pulled the money out, and he said, what's that? And I said, by hell, I hope it paid for it. $1,800, and I enjoyed spending it.
There were some people who played a game and bingo was its name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo is its name. Oh, they buy their cards for $20 and rub their trolls each game, oh. But every time they're out of luck, they think it's really lame, oh. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo is its name, oh. Every time they win a game, it sets their heart aflame, oh. And everybody hopes to make the Bingo Hall of Fame, oh. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo is its name, oh.
People get crazy playing bingo. I mean, they do. I mean, there's some, I have my own quirks, but I've seen some that will blow your mind. It's fun to watch the crowd. It's fun, you meet new people that way. You know, you meet friends that way. I met one of my best friends at the Martin Senior Citizens Center where I play bingo. So that's another big draw for me toward bingo.
There's very little for adults to do as far as recreation in this area. And especially something where you don't have to get dressed up and go all fancy because you work all day. You need somewhere to just relax.
I think people come to bingo to escape the worries of the day. I myself, there's only one night a week I get to play, and that's on Friday. And when I sit down and start playing bingo, I forget about the worries. I just sit here and laugh and cut up with the people sitting around me. And I enjoy playing bingo. It's a great pastime. And if you don't spend a lot of money, you can have a lot of fun for practically nothing, $20, $25 a night.
Get your blood circulating, and it gets you pulsating, you get all excited. And they got a thing now, it's set up to where they got monitors, you know, and it shows you the next number, and there's nothing like seeing your number in the monitor and somebody bingos on the number before that, you know. But it gets you all hyped up.
You know, the winning is not as great as the anticipation that you're going to win. When you're playing and you get set means you're down to one number. And you've got big money on the line. Your heart pounds and the blood rushes and you just, all that excitement. But then if somebody beats you to the punch and hollers bingo, it's an awful letdown. But it's really exciting. More exciting than the money.
Anything is gambling if you put money out to take a chance to get money back. But a lot of it is also just why do you do it? Not, are you doing it just for the money, or are you doing it for the relaxation? You know, the Lord told us it was not what came in, but what went out. In other words, it's not what you do, so much as why you do it.
Of course it's gambling, but it's no different than you going playing the little lottery cards or something like that, you know. And a lot of people, if you do it in moderation, there's nothing wrong with it. If you take money that's just extra money that you can spend, that's fine. I don't see a problem with it. But now when you go to the excess of spending money that you need for groceries or your utilities or whatever, then that's a little much. But the majority of people that plays, I think they're reasonable. They don't really spend that much. But now you do have a few that is excessive.
I think that's wrong. There's no way that you should ever spend anything that you don't have to spend that's extra. If you have extra money, that's fine. But now if you're taking money out of your bills or money off of your food bill or whatever, then you should never do it. And like you said, I have nothing against them, but I think they could be better managers.
I have noted one family in particular that would sell, they would have like yard sales. They've even sold their canned goods. They have even got out at like Walmart parking lots and places like that with little signs that they're in need of money and collect money just to go to bingo on that night. So they're really addictive. They play every night of the week. And there are a few of those. Quite a few, I guess, really. I know quite a few that thinks they have to go every night. And that's the bad part. It can get addictive.
I don't believe anything the bingo parlors could do would stop it. The bingo parlors cannot be responsible for what they do, what the people there do, as far as how much money they spend or whatever, because the parlors would have to screen everybody that comes in the door, and you can't do that.
That money is not their money anyway. That money is their children's money. See what I'm saying? You know, you think this person's on welfare, they're drawing a welfare check. They're not. They're drawing a welfare check for their children, or they wouldn't be getting welfare. See, that's what it is. It's AFDC, Aid to Families with Dependent Children. That money is for the children. It's not for the grown-ups.
People on fixed incomes should know better than to spend their last dollar playing bingo. We have a lot of people on fixed incomes, but they set a limit, and most of them do set a limit. They'll bring $25, and that's all they're going to spend. That's fine. When their 25 runs out, they can play all night for $25. Play every game we play for $25. They just can't buy these seal cards you were talking about. They don't need to buy them. If they may look up and win a $200 game.
I don't know whether they think they're just going to, you know, win all this big money and not never have to work, or, you know, I really don't understand a lot of them. And a lot of them don't really just come to play the bingo. They come to play the tips. And there's good money on tips.
What's tips?
Tips are boxes of like a little card, and you buy them, they're $1 a piece. You pull them open, they have numbers. If the numbers ends in red, then you'll get like $5, $10, $25. Sometimes they'll have like a little cow on them with a number. Well, that's called a tip. You hang on to that, and at the end, when they sell all the tips out of the box, they have a seal card. It's sealed up. And they pull that seal, and if you have the winning number, you win whatever the tip was worth. Some tips are worth $599. So a lot of people come strictly to play the tips.
I don't believe in tips. I don't play them, and I don't believe in them. I mean, that's just my way of, to me, that's a rip-off, a fast rip-off. But a lot of people enjoy them.
Pool tables is where the games make money. They sell these cards on the floor like for $1 a piece. There's a jackpot that pulls on a seal. It pays back approximately 80% of what you sell on the floor, so the game retains that other 20%. That's where they make their money, really. That's the only place they make it, because the check-in money, you don't make anything on it. You pay it all back. But the seal cards, some nights we'll sell as low as 6,000 cards. The next night we'll sell 18,000. First of the month you'll sell 25,000 cards a night. And it's a monumental amount of money when you get to thinking about how much money that is, 25,000 cards at $1 a piece. That's a lot of money. But it pays back a lot. So if we sell 25,000 and we retain 20%, we may make 5,000, but we gave the other 20 back. So $20,000 is what they'll win that night.
Well, the first time I ever won, you heard me all over the house. I mean, I had won nothing the whole night. And then the last game that we played was winner take all, which was a X game. And it was something like $400. And I was sitting there, and I hadn't realized, I hadn't even looked at it really enough to realize I had won it. And then all of a sudden she called that number, and I went, "Bah!" You know, I went plumb wild. I'm not superstitious. I don't have anything. I don't believe in the mojo rocks and the bingo, certain colors and certain numbers. That just doesn't do it for me.
One guy always comes in, and he has a raccoon tail, okay? And he would strap it to his head to where it comes straight down between his eyes, okay? And he'd play his bingo. One woman would come in, and she would have 4 locks of her husband's hair. She would put lock here around her cards, lock here, lock here, lock here, and lock here, okay? One guy had a mummified finger that he would lay it right in between his cards. Said he picked it up in Louisiana. The mummified finger is supposed to bring luck. And he would put it right there, the nastiest looking thing you've ever seen. And he'd put it right there in the middle of his cards. He'd usually buy 4, and he'd put it right in the middle.
The mojo rocks are rocks that they paint with the stickers on, with their dabbers, certain colors. Certain people won't use but certain color papers, dabbers on their paper. We have one woman that if they call a number she doesn't have, she turns the paper a quarter of a turn. If she doesn't have the next turn, she turns it another quarter of the turn. Some people will get up and walk around their chair 3 times if they don't have the right number. People have really got to have some weird ideas as far as I'm concerned.
We have ladies that brings, of course, pictures of their grandchildren. We have a lady that brings trolls. I mean, she has a whole table of trolls. Like it's really going to help her, you know. I told her one night she was rubbing the wrong end, that it might bring her more luck. She did the other part. But they have all kinds of things. They have pictures of their dogs. This one lady has got a little wiener dog, and she brings this little toy wiener dog and puts it right on her cards, you know. Some has guardian angels that they use, you know, and it's just all kinds of things. Some writes on their pack, draws pictures and thinks that's going to help, but it's all luck.
And other people would lay like like their little doll collections. They'd lay them all over the table, you know, like the little gremlin dolls. They'd lay them all over the table, you know, and stuff like that. And then elbow room, you know, they want elbow room. Get over there, you know what I'm saying? And I've almost seen fist fights at bingo games. Sure have. And the women are the worst. And I'll tell you what, the fist fight between the 2 women was one of the ones that would use the gremlin dolls. A woman inadvertently knocked one of them over, and she broke plumb red on her, ready to fist fight her over it. Sure did. I guess she thought it broke her good luck.
They brought a bingo voodoo doll in here the other night and called it me, sticking pins in me and everything, you know. And that was funny. It's a real good friend of ours that plays all the time. And I said, now, surely good, you're not going to do the voodoo trick on the caller. Now, don't do me that way. So they do all kinds of quirky things, you know, to get at me. But I have fun, enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in the wrong business.
This was my grandmother's lucky candlestick holder, and this is what she took with her. She gave it to me because she always took me to bingo with her. Of course, the candle was interchangeable. Her method was the same as my method. You would put the candle in, you would light the candle, and you would let it burn down to where it was liquid, okay, to where, you know, the wax was good and liquid. You would remove it from, you never could do it this way, which would work. You know what I mean? It had to be done just this way. You would remove it. Here's my cards, okay? I would completely circle it in wax, okay? Then I would blow the candle out, relight it, blow it out again. Now this was the formula. Replace it back in its holder and lay it directly in front of my top card. Almost got run out 2 times. They didn't want wax on their table. I almost got run out twice.
It makes me feel good to be able to work bingo for charity because, like I said, it is a lot of work. I put in probably 7 hours of donated time. That's what I do each week. It's about how long it takes me to set up, go through the bingo, do all my paperwork, and help clean up afterwards. So there's a lot of work. But the aspects of the money coming in and giving it to people that needs it. We've had children that we have sent to camp that was in abusive families, and this was a release for them to get away and maybe even get some therapy to help them, you know. And we have, like I said, houses that has burned. We've helped families there. We've helped people in the hospital and people that has just lost it all. We had one family that was just traveling through and had broke down around this side of Prestonsburg. One of the state troopers came by, and the lady was pregnant. They had sat there all day, hadn't had anything to drink. They didn't have but very little money, and he brought them down to the club, down to Ambets, and we took up a donation there at first, and we got $200 and gave them. Then we bingo fund gave them $200, and we got their car fixed and got them on the road, and they thanked us for that, you know. So things like that, that's what it's all about, is helping people.
I've been charity-minded for the last 13 years, and I've helped build one fire department and really restructure another one. And as Billy was talking a while ago, Cornersville bought a truck. They didn't buy one truck. We bought 6 trucks last year. But we made way over $100,000 last year, so you can buy, you know, pretty well what you want. And the money is definitely used for the fire department, and we have to account for each dollar that we spend. We have to tell where that money goes.
Try it at least once and have fun with it, like all the rest of us do. You know, it's just plain fun.
Traveling down the road of life, I travel alone, trying to be happy deep within. But here I am, Lord, I bingoed again. Playing bingo, some people says it's bad, but I play bingo, try to be happy instead of sad. Trying to be happy deep within, but here I am, Lord, I bingoed again. Playing bingo and I feel just fine. I play bingo, try to exercise my mind. Trying to be happy deep within, but here I am, Lord, I bingoed again. Yes, here I am, Lord, I bingoed again.
B1. B1. B13. B13. I-26. Coach Carter's with bingo.
Why is it that I have to listen to everybody yell, oh, bingo, while I holler, oh, shit?